New featured location Klyntar, and featured locations have a 40% chance of showing up more frequently over a period of 48 hours. Some things to note about this is that this is a merge. It is not a destroy mechanic. And when it merges, it creates a new card called Symbiote that has all of the base stats, but just the base stats only. And it has a cost of 1. So very important. It only copies the base stack. It does not destroy any cards. And the Symbiote is a 1 cost card. So we're going to talk about some of these mechanics and other cards that are going to work well with this location. The first couple obvious one is because it is a 1 cost card. Removal is going to be very important right here. We've got Electra, which is a 1 cost card. On reveal, destroy a random enemy 1 cost card at this location. I imagine that this is going to be something that happens quite a bit on location 5. Killmonger will do the same thing. Basically, this destroys all 1 cost cards, so it'll take out not only yours, but the opponent's. Something that you could also use is Falcon. Falcon gives you the ability to return all 1 cost cards to your hand. So if you have priority on turn 5, and you can see if you have priority if your name is glowing or initiative, some people cost it, then you can bring it back to your hand, and then you can play it on turn 6. Same thing can be done with Beast. Beast will allow you to return all your cards at this location in your hand. They cost 1 less, and then it'll give you, and you play Beast on turn 5, and then you have a 0 cost card, the Symbiote, you can play on turn 6. So that's a good way of protecting them. Now, it is has no abilities. The Symbiote has 0 abilities on it. So Patriot will interact with it. Your cards with no abilities have +2 power. So all the abilities on the prior cards in that location completely go away, and you can use Patriot. Now, if you use Patriot with some sort of like a rock, this is on the Patriot, so the base stats don't carry. So like if you have a rock there and a Patriot in a different location, the power won't carry over to the Symbiote. But Ironheart's, if you place Ironheart, it actually adds the stats to the base stats, and the power would carry over to the Symbiote. Also, placing armor in this location won't protect it. So if you put armor into Klyntar, it will not protect it. Basically, the abilities are removed, and you would just get basically the 3 power in the Symbiote. So if you did want to use armor in this deck, maybe you could use that with Beast. You put armor in a different lane. Turn 4 happens. They all merge into a 1 cost, no ability Symbiote, and they all merge. And then you pick it up with Beast, and then you can play it later into the lane that you have armor. But really, armor is not going to help if you play it into the Klyntar location. It's just going to be merged into the stats of the Symbiote. Same thing is going to be true with Bucky. It's not destroyed, and so Winter Soldier will not appear. Basically, the stats will do the base stat of 1 will just merge into the Symbiote. Also, Ant-Man's not going to do much. Basically, this is an ongoing ability. The ongoing ability will not transfer over to the Symbiote. And so even if you have a full location of 4 and the ongoing effect of Ant-Man is triggered, this power will not carry over the Symbiote. Only the base stat will. And that is true for Namor. This will not carry over. Same thing with Warpath. So basically, Namor will only grant 5 power to the Symbiote, and same thing with Warpath. Now, some cards that you might want to take advantage of this location that'd be very good here would be something like Electro. Electro is an interesting card. A lot of people typically like it explode because it has an on-reveal ability and an ongoing ability. So the on-reveal ability will give you +1 max energy, which is a good thing. You play this turn 3, maybe you play Sarah turn 4. My goodness, and then you'll have to be able to dump your hand. But the ongoing ability is the downside to this card, and the ongoing ability will disappear and so that you're not going to be restricted to playing one card a turn, because when they merge into the symbiote, all the ongoing abilities basically disappeared. Another card that has a punishing ongoing ability would be Typhoid Mary. Your cards have -1 power. So basically, the negative side to this ability would disappear, and it basically just be a raw 10 power in that location. I'm going to imagine also Lizard would be very good too, because Lizard's ongoing ability just basically is going to disappear, and it's just going to be a 5 power cost for 5 power for 2 cost. And then Ebony Maw is also a high value. This is a 1 cost card with 7 power. The downside again is that you can't play cards there, and you can only play this. You can't play this after turn 3. So if you put this into Klyntar, all of this will disappear once they're merged into the symbiote. Now, a card that doesn't really work in that location would be Atuma. I don't think a lot of people have Atuma. They still, unless he's the only card there, then it'll convert. But if you have another card here at the end of your turn, destroy this. This actually goes off first, and so he blows up if there's another card there. You know, the card abilities trigger before the location ability. So once you have a very powerful 1 cost, no ability symbiote, you know, with all of the base stats merged into one location, you can do some fun things. Maybe with Arnim Zola, you can play Arnim Zola on turn 6, and then make it very large, spread it into 2 other locations. I think that could be a fun thing. And then also, my best guess is that this location is going to net out a lot of very strong cards. And so having the ability to destroy all enemy cards, the locations that have 9 power or more, this probably would be a strong pick. Electra would be a lot easier, but Electra is random, and Electra also is Electra is random. It depends on which one, and it's also situational, where I think there's a lot more utility in Sean, and this is going to play well in many different locations, many different situations, or it's going to probably play well even if you're not going to be playing every single match in Klyntar. Now, if you don't like this location, then you also have the option of just not playing the location. If you just don't want to play this location, you could build a deck around Storm, which, use something like Doom or White Tiger to populate the lane once it's flooded. Flood this location. The next turn is the last card that can be played here. This actually gets rid of the location entirely. And so if you just don't want to play it, you can play Storm. I mean, I actually feel like there's a lot of good Storm decks that are just kind of like anti-meta. Mr. No Fun Pants if you just don't want to play the location. And then, of course, Scarlet Witch. Not as much of a fan of Scarlet Witch as I think on Storm. Storm is just a lot more fun, and you can build an entire deck around it. So on reveal, replace the location with random new one. So have fun building decks around Klyntar. Again, it merges the cards into a symbiote that has no abilities. So all of the abilities and ongoing abilities are removed, and it is a 1 cost card. It is not destroy, and it only copies the base stats. So that is the way the location for Klyntar works. Hope you have fun playing with it. It'll run for about 48 hours. It's already been running for about 12 hours. Lots of fun today. All right, let me know what you think in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.
Leave the world around